Hello everyone and welcome for today's webinar. Thank you for joining today. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I would love to introduce myself, Adarsh, and thanks for joining here. I would love to introduce few of my colleagues as well and partners from Odoo. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Adarsh. I'm working as Associate Director and Silver Touch at Canada. I'm based at Toronto, Canada, and I'm taking care of entire North America from here. So it's a great opportunity to welcome you all again, and I can see some new faces over here, and it's amazing to welcome you all, right? So along with me, we have Ishit. Ishit is our global Odoo delivery head, and he's going to drive today's webinar, and he's going to demonstrate our Odoo's capability. Along with us, we have Rene. So Rene is our Odoo North American partner manager. She works with us pretty closely for across North America. And we have Devi. So Devi is from UK and she takes care of entire Europe, Middle East and Africa region. So Silver Touch, we are global partner for Odoo, US, Canada, UK and India. And believe me, we have more than 100 plus successful implementations so far. So we are pretty successful in Odoo implementation, and we are proud implementer of Odoo ecosystem as well. So let me share my screen and let me take the agenda from here. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for the confirmation. And let me start in a full screen. Yes. So again, I would love to thank a few more people who joined recently. Thank you for being here for this webinar. So today we are going to discuss Odoo in action and how to overcome challenges in field service operations. So today we have planned something like this, that initially we'll start something with Silver Touch presentation. Will not bore you, of course, but it will be pretty quick. And then we'll quickly understand from Rene and Devi that why Odoo is so important at this point, right, for the field service operations. And then we'll hand over to Ishit, and Ishit has prepared some excellent demonstration, say various workflows that how we can organize your field service operations in a beautiful manner with Odoo ERP, right? So we are a digital transformation leader. We are since 1995. So it's more than 27 years of digital experience we bring to the table. More than 1400 plus qualified IT professionals we have across the globe, and 4000 plus projects completed so far. We work into various industries, more than 15 plus industries we are capturing, and we have success stories for each. So 125 SAP implementations we did so far. We are a publicly traded company in India. So here you see a logo of NSE emerge. Also, we are partners with SAP, Microsoft, and few other global organizations. We are at CMML level 5 and we are ISO certified company. Our major offerings are digital transformation. That's our core offering, and everything works around that. To include digital transformation, we have expertise on cloud solutions, on public cloud, private cloud. We have our own cloud as well, Silver Cloud. We have modern workplace services, ERP solutions, including Odoo and SAP both. Enterprise software services, where we talk on DevOps and mobile apps and all those things. And we have managed security services as well. If I talk about industries, as I told you earlier, we have more than 15 plus industries experience. So major experience, we have professional experience, distribution and supply chain, governance and public sector, logistics, wholesale, retail, manufacturing. And believe me, we can talk on individual industries as well. And we are happy to produce our case studies in front of you people as well. As I told you, we have partner ecosystem, which is a pretty big partner ecosystem, and we are thankful to our alliances as well. So we start with Odoo. So we partnered with them in Odoo, and we are at Silver partnership in Silver Touch Canada. And now we are aiming for Gold partnership for Odoo as well, which is like a premium partnership. But believe me, our implementation is so successful that our customers are so happy, and I can refer you those customers as well. They are pretty happy to share their experiences with Odoo and Silver Touch as well. We have other partners like Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Microsoft Power Automate for RPA. We have our own cloud called Silver Cloud. Dell, Lenovo, Honeywell, these are our all partners for licensing. Ingram is our biggest partner, and AWS and Azure as a cloud partner as well. I'm not going to bore you as I promised. So we have various global client base across the globe. 4,000 plus projects successfully delivered so far, but these are the few brands we have really delivered so well, and they are always happy to talk about silver touch capabilities. We also work with public sector so closely. So in India, we work with government of India directly, right? So here you see few of the big brands from government sector, including Air India and couple of reputed banks in India as well. Few good brands, they are using Odoo, and that's always our key factor, right? So here you see the big brands over here, including Shell, IBM, OnLogic, and Bell. So you have seen these logos everywhere, and believe me, they are using Odoo, right? And that's why we have introduced Rene and Devi. They are going to talk more about Odoo ecosystem, that how it is going to beneficial to you. So if I talk about our global presence, we are based at India, multiple locations in India. Apart from that, we have team at UK, Canada, and US as well. So we are a global company, and we are always there to support you. I would love to introduce my colleague and Odoo partner, Rene, over here. Rene, over to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm located in San Francisco office. I'll talk a little bit about Odoo. So Odoo is an all-in-one management solution designed to streamline your business operations. We offer tools for your financing, sales, supply chain, marketing, services. As you can see in this image, you probably can see yourself going from some of these separate tools like QuickBooks, Notion, Salesforce, and how Odoo can replace it and have it in a all integrated solution that is simple, efficient, and easy to use. Go to the next slide. So we're going from all these standalone softwares to an all-in-one solution. This will allow cost savings, reduce having these multiple softwares, saves time in training employees, have a fully integrated solution that is user-friendly, easy to learn, very intuitive, which allows you to also scale your business as you need. You can start with the modules, for example, just sales, and later on add marketing and human resources, and have a complete solution for your business. And Odoo allows you to also be more efficient because of its integration, and it's very intuitive. Next slide. And a little bit of our mission. Odoo was founded in 2005 in Belgium with the idea of democratizing software, making it accessible to everyone. So here is our mission to help companies grow. We want to unleash the company's potential by empowering the end user with the tools they love. This is from our CEO and founder, Fabian Pinkers. So, and here are some key numbers that can show how Odoo is fastly growing in North America. We grow every year at 70% rate. Odoo is constantly innovating and providing support to its customers. So here we can see some key figures of we have around 17 offices. I'm located in the San Francisco office. 48% growth globally, more than 5,200 employees, and more than 130,000 enterprise clients. Next slide. And a little bit about the ecosystem. So Odoo is not just a software, it's a complete business ecosystem. We have the standard applications, around 70 core applications for you to build upon. But Odoo is also open source, so it can integrate with other applications or be tailored to meet your specific needs. We also have implementation support with our trusted partners like SilverTouch, support, training, and we also have the App Store. So we have thousands of applications that are created by our community for integrations or specific to a industry. I'll pass it on to you, Debbie.
Thank you, Renee. So to continue what Rene previously mentioned about Odoo, in terms of the accessibility, Odoo works pretty much across all devices. So it means that you can work from anytime and anywhere you want. We are a web-based solutions, meaning that you can access it from a web-based from the browsers of your preference. If you want to work on your mobile, also you can download the Odoo applications through Android and also iOS store. And it's yeah, it's accessible. So whether you're at the office or you want to access your oh sorry yes in terms of this slide, it's just we want to highlight the endorsement that we had from the big players. So something to highlight here in the past years, we made two big announcements. First one, it's related to our investment as well. So we got a secondary share round led by Alphabet, VC arm. So it also boosted our valuation to 5 billion euro. And that reflects really the increasing recognition of our brand in the industry. And the second one is also the strategic partnership that we have with Google Cloud, which really enhance our global operation as well. Now that we're expanding globally, so we also want to make sure that we deliver seamless operation for our customers. Next slide, please. Okay, in terms of the pricing, pretty much Odoo is a subscription-based solution that is priced by the number of users that you onboard in the platform. And we have different pricing for different regions. So if you have any further question related to that, you can ask Rene for the North America side of the businesses and myself for the EMEA markets. But pretty much when you pay for Odoo subscription, this is all you get. So you have more than 70 applications, native applications that pretty much cover all the business needs in the company. And you also have the flexibility of the hosting type that you have, dedicated account manager, as well as supports from our side as well. So that's what we offer as a customer of Odoo. So it's not really just a software release, it's having the right support and resources for your business. So that's the introduction of Odoo. Now I will pass it over to Silvertouch to start the demonstration of the software.
Thank you, Rene. Thank you, Devi. I would love to pass it to Ishit, our global delivery head, who is going to demonstrate and share our capabilities as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Adarsh. Thank you, Devi. Thank you, Rene. Thank you for sharing. Honestly, it's exciting to know that Odoo is growing and the ecosystem is growing. And warm welcome to everyone on the webinar. So the whole purpose of the webinar is to explore the field service app, and I'll not take a lot of time and start showing some some of the features. But let me give you a first quick overview on the features that what I'm gonna show. So along with the field service app, Odoo is a kind of an all-in-one business software, right? So with field service, we'll see how other apps are also integrated with each other, how tightly they are integrated, and how seamlessly your business process can be, can be fit into Odoo out of the box. So right now with this use case, like with field service, we have took few example of HVAC industry where we'll be tracking the products and seeing the challenges of the HVAC industry. We will see that how the orders has been placed, then how basically we can assign the technicians to the task, and then how you can do the planning of the task, and then how real-time tracking can happen on the task, that which technician is working on what task. That gives us a lot of clarity that who's overloaded, who's not loaded in your team, and then basically you can track and efficiently do the billing as well. So let me quickly, Adarsh, I'll share my screen and I'll ask we'll move to the Odoo screen to see the features. So let me quickly
Absolutely. Over to you.
start sharing, and I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Perfect. So, whenever I do this kind of demonstration, I try to introduce all my apps. So let me quickly introduce that what all apps I have installed, and then a little bit overview on the apps, and then I'll explain what are the master data, and then I'll explain the workflow that I'm going to present. So this is going to be really helpful for companies who has technicians or team members who are doing field visits, and they want to track real time what's happening, and they want to track that you know uh, real time, that how much time has been spent on particular task, or what were the roadblocks, who's overloaded, things like that. So let's quickly start with apps introduction. So you can see on my screen it's kind of a dashboard. So whenever you log into Odoo, you see this kind of dashboards, and there are various apps. So you can consider it like this, that you have apps in your mobile phone, right? So each app represent an activity or something, some operations, right? And then again, the beautiful thing is that they are interconnected, interlinked with each other, right? So let's start with the first app on my screen, which is Discuss, which is basically an internal chatting application, internal collaboration between your team members within your organization. Then we have calendar apps for the reminder. Also, it gets connected with your Outlook calendars or Google Calendar. So you can schedule meetings. There's just one single place. You just log into Odoo, and all your business activity or business operations are handled inside it. Then you have a to-do app for yourself to put the reminders, or you can collaborate with your team members on the to-do or list of things to do. Then we have a knowledge app, which is, I would say, this app is recently introduced by Odoo, and I'm in love with this app. Basically, uh, and I'll tell with an I'll maybe give an example that you can prepare your internal SOPs under the Knowledge app. You can have uh, your checklist under the Knowledge app, and this is kind of a your internal handbooks, I would say, within the organization. Then we have a contacts app, which is kind of a contact directory with your all employees, customers, vendors, all the contacts have been stored. Then we have a CRM app. I've installed this app for now. Maybe we can explore it a little bit on the workflow, that you can track opportunities, leads, you can close the deals, you can have activities, you can have reminders under the CRM app. Then I have a sales app. Sales app is specifically used to create sales orders and quotations. So you can have various quotations for a customer. A quotation gets converted to an order, which has various other set of activities, and I'm going to show that in a bit. Then I have also added a dashboard app. So dashboard app is basically helps you with all kind of reporting. I would say it's a mini BI tool that you can create your own dashboards. You can pick things from other apps and bring it to your dashboard. It's quite a cool app, and I'm gonna probably, if time permits us, I'm gonna showcase that what dashboard app can do, and maybe perform an example that how user friendly it is. It's very, very, very user friendly and intuitive. It's like kind of other Excel sheet. So probably if we'll get chance, we'll definitely review that. Then I have done a subscription app, which is mostly for the recurring services. So HVAC kind of industry, or distribution kind of industry may have recurring orders. So for that, we can utilize the subscription app. Then I have did the accounting app installation, which is kind of complete financial suite. It supports more than 100 plus countries localization. So be it any country in this world, and it can give you your localization tax reports, your profit and loss statements, balance sheets, tax configurations, compliances of your local government, and it's quite a detailed app and more of a finance guys thing. Then I have done a document app. So document app is again collaborated with all the other apps as well, and you can have your own DMS or a similar experience to Drive, Google Drive, or any such other OneDrive or Google Drive, but this is more of an within the organization. So the collaboration is much easier, because if there's a separate drive, then needs to you need to bring things there. Here, everything in on the one place. As I already said that Odoo is something that you just log in and all your business activity happens inside it. Then I have done a project app and a field service app, which is kind of closely integrated to each other. So, which is like, where all the field service tasks can be handled, the planning of the task can be done, rescheduling of the task can be done, things like that. Then I have a timesheet app to track the time, let's say on the task. So, for example, if your team member is visiting somewhere, is doing a task, and we wanted the team member to track the time, that how much time was taken to complete this installation, or to repair a job, then we can use the timesheet app, and we can track the time. Then I have also installed help desk. Help desk is basically, I think this is very close to me. And whenever there are like many HVAC industries or distribution industries, or many industries have this kind of mechanism that there's a repair job, and a ticket has been raised, you resolve it over the phone, and then you visit. It's tightly integrated again with the field service. So it's kind of a ticketing management platform with the help desk app. Then I have a purchase app. Purchase app is basically that where you manage all your purchase orders, requests for quotes, uh, things like that. Then I have an inventory app installed in it. So here we are going to track our products, master data, their stock, their locations, their inwards and outwards, and things around that. Then I have also used a barcode app and installed a barcode app, which is basically, one of the coolest thing I would say about barcode app is that you don't need barcode scanner. So you can just do it. You can just scan it with your mobile phones, and Odoo fully support the mobile phone barcode scanning. So you can basically use the barcode app. Then I have also installed Repair, and then few of the employees Repair, and few of the technical apps. So Repair is basically where, let's say, if you want to track the repair orders separately, you want to add some part, remove some part, add the service. That is where the place you can have the repair application or module where such kind of special orders can be tracked. And then I have an employee app, which is kind of an employee directory where you can store information about your employees, and employees can basically assign to the task, to the sales orders, and again, it is interconnected. And like Devi and Rene mentioned, there are more than 70 apps. So, whichever apps based on your industry or based on your usage can be installed or activated, and it is very easy to activate an app, and you can start on the fly. So let's quickly navigate to the workflow now. And there is a settings app, of course, to configure everything, and make it like the feature you wanna use. You can make it visible or non-visible. You can decide what you wanna use or what you don't wanna use. So let me just quickly start showing you the master data and give a little bit of an overview on the workflow. So let me just quickly navigate to the products, which I have created as part of master data here. And this is kind of an example that I'm performing. And uh, this example we have chose to help you understand better that how uh, Odoo works out of the box and how it can help your business processes. So I've added a few products. So here I've took one example of an installation. So AC installation example I have took. So I have one AC unit which can be installed, and then I have put all the accessories, various accessories that I have on my list. And there are services like AC installation or visiting charge or repair of AC, things like that. So these are my master data. I have intentionally kept some stock of it, and for few I haven't kept the stock. So just to help you understand that how smart Odoo's inventory management is. And probably once we run the workflow, that will help you understand that how smart the system is, what it can do out of the box. Uh, so let's quickly start, navigating to the workflow. So let's assume that, I have a customer. So I have a set of customers for whom I do the AC installation job. And I receive the orders on the phone call. And then, they give me a confirmation, then my team member goes and visit to the customer location, and then the technician or a team member start the installation job, may add different parts to it, and then completes the installation job, and the invoicing happens to it. So this is kind of an example use case, be it an AC, be it something else. But this is kind of an example we chose, which is a little bit easier for everyone to understand that how Voodoo works in a nutshell. So in order to do that, I'm gonna go to the sales order app. So sales app, and I've created few dummy data to help you understand maybe reportings, and probably at the end I can show some part of reporting. So I'm going to create a new quote, and let's say I'm on a call, and my customer or a prospect has called me and told that I need an EC installation, and I said, okay, we'll get it done for you. For now, I've created the customer, but I can also create a new customer on the fly. That is what Odoo helps us. You can just create a new customer and just add it from here itself. So I'll just create myself, you know. For now, I cannot remember anyone's name. So, so I'll just create myself, and let me just put it US, something like that. I can put the address, and I just created myself as a customer. And then let's say I have a few set of, so I can start adding my products. That okay, what kind of services you are looking for, what kind of products you are looking for, or I can have a predefined set of products and services. So my customer told that I need an EC installation. So I just click on predefined products, and it will automatically pop up here that okay, you need to do an EC installation. Okay, we'll do AC installation, this model, that model. We'll put the stand, we'll have a service charge, and we'll have all the accessories to it, and the quote is ready. And probably my customer is fast, and they just confirmed it over the call, then I can just confirm it, or I can send it across the email. That could be multiple iterations to it, and then finally you hit this confirm button. As soon as you hit the confirm button, that means that customer is okay with the price and everything, and they're ready to place an order. As soon as I hit the confirm button, what happened here is that it did few activities, and you can see the smart icons. We call it smart button with Odoo. So you see the smart button. So there are few activities that happened automatically as per my configuration decided. So what I wanted that, okay, as soon as an order gets confirmed, there has to be a notification to the shipping team that, okay, we need to ship an, a 1.5 ton AC and this with this material, things like that. So a truck delivery icon has been here, and advanced shipping notice has been generated to the inventory team. And along with that, there's a task that got created for my planning manager who is going to plan the technicians that who's going to go where at what date. So my planning team member also got a notification with the help of task. A task got automatically created, and the my planning team member can basically plan and schedule a visit. Probably I can put the notes onto it. I could say this is the preference time, preferred date, and those can be also automatically can be carry forwarded to my task. So that helps my planning manager that what when basically the visit should happen, what's the preferred time, things like that. So let me just quickly go to the task, and you can see this is the task. So one more thing that I'll quickly showcase it to you, and I mentioned previously as well that how Odoo is interconnected tightly with each other. So you can see that with the sales order, I'm navigating it to project task or a field service task. I'm navigating to an inventory app. So, from one place, I have a shortcut. So this is how tightly it is integrated. And let me show you, let me navigate to an inventory app. So on the inventory app, you can see this is like one to deliver, and this is the delivery order, and you can see this is created from sales order 53. So I can always reference it out that this was the order based on which I need to do. And every information from the order will be carried forward to the delivery order. So for example, customer address or phone numbers, all those things will be carry forwarded to the delivery orders, which basically eliminates the data entry. No one has to create a manual delivery order and things like that. And which also give us accuracy of the data, because there could be a possible chance that you may, you know, misinput some quantity or some product, right? So I think this is a great automation. I really love the advanced shipping notice mechanism. Along with this, there are few other things that also happened, and let me give you a deep dive on that particular example. And here you can see that there are few reds and greens. Okay, so my sales team may not be aware of it, that what's in stock and what is not in stock. They are fully focused on sales, right? They want to sell, right? And they may or may not be aware of it, but with this small icon, they'll be aware of it, that okay, what is available, what is not available, and based on which they can promise the deliveries to basically the end customer, that okay, this is not available, so maybe this may little take more time, so they can promise the right delivery dates to it. Along with this, there's a magic that has also happened in the background. So we call it basically MRP run or something like that on an inventory, on an ERP terminology. But the magic that has happened is basically a scheduler has run automatically. So basically the system is so smart that it basically accumulates all the demand, that okay, what is needed, what is missing, what is available. Based on that, it automatically evaluates that okay, these are my missing quantities that needs to be ordered. So let's say 10 customer ordered uh, 2 AC each, and let's say just in hypothetical situation, okay, so that 20 AC that I need to deliver, right? And then out of which I have 5 AC that I have it in stock, so 15 AC needs to be purchased. So system will automatically do this kind of calculation and will generate a request for quote or purchase orders to the respective preferred vendor from whom you are purchasing, right? So, and we'll see that magic. So here you can see that magic, that a purchase order got created uh, just a couple of minutes ago. You can see that example here. And then, this is my preferred vendor and the configuration that I have set up, and it can be configured other ways also. So this is kind of an hypothetical example that we have configured here. So you can see how smart this system is to help you evaluate and understand how the smart system is. Um, and you can basically see that, okay, for now, in my case, I just required one, quantity of 1.5 ton AC. So it just ordered that one quantity. And then, I can always see that, okay, what's going on here? So you can see that there's a sales order 53, uh, for which there's one quantity required, and there's a request for quote generated for that one quantity because we didn't had it in stock, right? So it is a smart forecasting report that can be generated from this small icon. And now my purchase team is also been informed or notified that okay, we want to do this installation and we don't have it in stock, so please make the arrangement respectively. And my procurement manager or purchase manager can see, okay, there is one thing to do in my list, and this is the request for quotation, which is for this particular order, and he'll talk to the vendor, decide the date when it's going to come, and you know the respective other team members will be also informed respectively. So that is how the system is smart enough. And for now, for this use case, I'm just going to confirm the order right away. And we'll just assume, okay, that, okay, everything's great. And the vendor has like we've ordered it to vendor, and vendor is ready, and we're going to receive the material in a couple of minutes, right? And just for the sake of an example. And let me get back. Let me again go back to my purchase order. So here also, again, the same thing happens. So you see a small truck icon. So again, a notification has went to my inventory team that, okay, this is something that you're going to receive. And basically you can plan the arrangement respectively. And my team member who is doing receivings and outwards will know that, okay, one delivery I need to do and one receipt which is going to come to me. And I can click on that and we can definitely have barcode printed on it, and such operations, lots and serial tracking can happen definitely for sure. For the sake of this demo, we have kept it very simpler for everyone to understand, how out of the box system works. And we can see here, and I'll just validate. As soon as I hit validate, this means that I have received the material on my warehouse, on my location. And I can definitely have various print reports to it. I'll just pick one example, and the scanning can happen on it, and it's fully supported with the barcode. And again, I said with barcode, you don't need to have a barcode scanner, right? With Odoo, you don't need any barcode scanners. And I'll just hit validate. As soon as I hit validate, this means the material has been received to my place and I'm ready to deliver. Now, once I'm ready to deliver, basically my planning team can come in picture, right? That they can say, okay, we can do the planning. Let's go and install it to my customer's location. So I will go to my field service app, and you can see on this field service app, I can do the planning. So, and you can see this, that this is not scheduled. So you can see here, there are various tasks that is scheduled. I've just did some example for the sake of reporting, but you can see what is planned on 23rd March, what is planned on 20th March. We can also have it that way on the Gantt views, that, okay, what's coming, what's going, things like that. Oops, the Gantt, I can show it from this example. And you can see on the planning screen, and you can move it around, that, okay, this has been rescheduled, and that's it. So for now, let's quickly, start with that particular task with my own customer name. So you can see here the customer name and everything. And this can be assigned based on the availability or based on the region that can be defined, and to a technician particularly. Or you can also have a multiple technician assigned to it. Probably there could be a possibility that more than one people is required to do this installation job. So you can do that as well. And as soon as this is assigned, and I love giving examples, and so one of the customer that we have, they have a full-fledged mobile app, and they, whenever a task is assigned, their technician gets a notification on their mobile app, and they see, okay, what's new on my bucket, and they have a list of their own tasks, and they they start navigating towards their task. And we definitely have that kind of mechanism. Let me just quickly show you with an example. So we have a map kind of a view, so they can just know, okay, I need to visit here, and they just put it there and basically navigate to the location and start doing their thing. So now this is already assigned, and let's assume that, okay, this is assigned and the technician is going to arrive, and or has arrived, navigated to the customer location, and now planning to start doing the installation part. So many companies have this kind of preference that they want to track the time whenever the job starts. That helps them to track the efficiency, or that helps them with the statistics, that, okay, this installation generally takes this much hours. That basically helps them to quote in future. So there's a timesheet feature. So again, like we saw, that with a sales order, everything is connected, right? All the apps. Again, here the same thing is happening, that as soon as I click on start, the timesheet app is connected, tightly integrated with the task. So the timesheet recording has been started automatically here. And again, here also you can see various smart buttons. So let's say during this particular job, let's say a special item needs to be added, or a customer has asked for a special item, that can be added to the system from here itself. So let's say they need a little longer, or they need a 3-core wire, which was not like part of it, but seeing their installation process and the situation on site, it is required to be added here, and basically they can add the part and they can record the time. For now, we'll just assume that, okay, it took 3 hours, and I'll say installation done, something like that. And what I can do is, there's also a worksheet kind of a feature. So I can ask my customer that, okay, I'll just put all the details, serial number for the recording purpose, installation date, warranty date, that let's say the warranty is for 1 year. Then, while doing the installation, I'll check various checklists. Those checklists are done and everything's great. And then from my mobile phone or a tablet, I can ask my customer to sign on it and verify that everything's great and the installation is completed. And this worksheets can be printed, and we can use them. And there's a you can see here the status has been like worksheet completed, and this worksheet can be also sent across to the customer. And then my field service team member will just say, mark it done. And if they have enough access, they can also create an invoice, and there can be a seamless operation that they created an invoice. And here, the different thing that you will see, that whatever was added on site at the location also got into the system, like on the invoicing. So initially, this material was requested, but on the fly they needed some extra material, and those material invoicing can also happen. This is kind of feature that I think mostly HVAC industries may need it, or many field service industry, like many distribution kind of an industry may require that you just visit at the client location and you take the order, and then the invoicing should happen automatically from that. So this is how the invoicing can happen. You can send the invoice, you can get paid, and I think this whole experience seamlessly, interconnected apps. It completes the operations. You can place an order, assign it to a technician. The job can be done. Whatever material is required to do the job done can be purchased, and it's like a complete workflow. So in a nutshell, field service with Odoo is like interconnected with a lot of other apps as well. So this is kind of a example that we wanted to present. I think I'm open for Q&A. If there are any questions that you have on field service or Odoo or things around that, I'm happy to answer on the workflows as well.
Ishit, if you can quickly see the chat box, Shelby has one question. Where did you add the under warranty checkbox?
Okay, perfect. So, Shelby, I believe the under warranty checkbox on the worksheet is something probably you were talking about. Let me just quickly navigate. So, so right now we have done it with the with the worksheet example, but probably you can track like this. This has been developed from the from the studio and the worksheet. So I just added it using the worksheet design template. I hope that answers your question. Probably I think what other place you have saw the warranty, I'm not sure. Any other question? First service task about the plan date. Okay, thank you, Shelby, for pointing that out. Let me just quickly check here. First service. This is a configuration. I have done, Shelby, I've done everything using configuration. There's no customization done to it. Only little studio has been utilized here to design a worksheet template. Else everything is out of the box that I have configured. So I think on the products you can do it. I am this one. You're talking about this one, right? Under warranty checkbox. This is all configuration. You can decide. You can basically configure with Odoo version 18. This wasn't there before Odoo version 18. Perfect. I hope that answers your question. Probably, probably we can share you some material on that, how we configured it.
Yeah, Ishit, we have one more from Manan that, hello Ishit, I would love to know the Odoo helps with the tax calculation and compliance. Also, what is the difference between a purchase and sales order?
Perfect. So, Manan, I think the text calculation happens out of the box. So you can, right now in this example, I have not utilized it, but it is generally localization specific, so country specific. This is very generic demo, so I have not configured tags, but you can basically configure it on the services or on the products based on the country's localization. In some cases, there are also tax setup that happens on the customers and vendors also. Uh, Depends on the country's localization. And the difference between the sales orders and purchase orders, sales orders are basically mostly for the customer. So, whenever you get a confirmation from the customer that I want to buy this particular service or a product, it's a sales order. And whenever, you are giving confirmation to your vendor that I want to buy services from you or a product from you, is a purchase order. I hope that answers. And we have one more question from Shyam, that timesheet is allowed for website in Odoo for all the users. Timesheet is not allowed for website. In the website, it has to be a backend user in order to fill the timesheets. So timesheets are not on the front end, so they have to be, uh, a backend user in Odoo.
Ishit, can you share what kind of industries use field service and in what industries has Silver Touch implemented?
Yes, thank you, Rene, for asking that. So, so yes, I think mostly like if I talk about our experience, we have done a lot with the home improvement or HVAC industry, lot. But I think the pharma industry, the distributors, uh, those kind of industries can also use field service app. Uh, So it's quite interconnected. So I think many such industries who has team members who are visiting to the site or client location can definitely use a field service app. There is one more question that from Gary, that when you showed the inventory item which was not in stock automatically ordered via PO, what happens if there are other products supplied by the vendor? Does the vendor receive many POs rather than one consolidated? So, Gary, I'd say multiple POs can be generated if there are multiple, uh, you know, uh, products which are missing on my sales order. But for one product, there is a preferred vendor for which the PO will be generated. So for a single product, multiple PO cannot be generated out of the box inside Odoo. But one vendor, one product can be done out of the box with Odoo. But if there are multiple products missing, it will definitely evaluate everything automatically, and those products will be, ordered. And I think, in fact, when I did an example, there were more than one product. Let me just quickly show. So I don't have to think, right? This is how the system, the system is smart enough. You see, there are two products on a single purchase order because we buy both the products from the same vendor. There is another for the US tax system. How is the correct tax calculated for the invoice? So for the US, I think, Gary, we have Avalara and Tax Cloud integration available out of the box. So that helps you basically, calculate the right taxes. Also, if you want to do it manually, there are fiscal position configuration that we have. So you can put the zip codes and the appropriate tax. Let me just quickly show that. This is the fiscal position. I think I've done a Canadian localization, but where you can put the zip codes and all the details. I hope that answer your question. I'm happy to answer if there are any other questions.
Question from my side,
That's
Ishit,
great.
just out of curiosity, based on your experience, what are actually the most liked features related to the field service by the customers?
Yeah, that's great question. Thank you, David, for asking that. I think more like, what I have seen in my opinion, I see that this mechanism of automated task planning is something that I think that a lot of customers are using it and loving it because this field service guys are on other locations, and then you have to call them, and they may pick it or may not pick it, and a lot of coordination that needs to be done. So I think from sales order it automatically notifies the technician that okay, this is your task. And I think that is the most loved, I think, based on our experience and implementation, that they love it. I think we have one more question. Can we have multiple vendors inside same PO, like multiple products? So inside the same PO, no multiple vendors can have. We have a new option of alternatives on the version 18, which is quite a cool feature, I think. So an alternative can be created. I haven't configured that, but on a single PO, a PO is particularly for the a particular vendor, right? So multiple vendors cannot be in a single PO with the system out of the box. Right. Any other questions?
Ishit, we should also talk our initiative for the AI for this year, right? So if we can
Definitely.
highlight more on that, because now we have only few minutes left. So if you
Yes.
can talk.
Definitely. So this this is very exciting. This is the year of AI, right? Everyone's doing something with the AI. And honestly, we also wanted to do something with the AI, and we are so like we are like Odooers, right? So we love Odoo so much, and we felt that okay, let's do Odoo with AI. So this year we have took an initiative to publish lot of apps on AI. We have already published couple of them, and I'll just give you a few reference examples. This is kind of a challenge that we faced with our customer, and then we felt that okay, let's do an AI. So one of the customer that we had 5,000 different products, and uh, they wanted images. Like they had a generic product like switchboards and electrical wires. They love the image feature on the product. So here you can see on the every product there is an image, right? Image helps you identify the product very easily. So we have a AI based image generating app module. So based on the product name, it automatically generates the image, and it automatically stores inside your Odoo. So there's a kind of an example app. We have done quite a few apps. I believe 6 to 7 apps, and this year we are planning to roll out more than 30 apps on AI. And we love giving back to the community. So most of our apps are free, so you can just download it, use it uh, on your Odoo.
We have one more from, can we automate purchase order creation based on stock levels?
Definitely, yes, Manan. So I have right now set up or configured the system that it works based on the demand. But let's say if you want to set up reordering rules, and if you want to set up that, there are multiple, let's say, if the quantity goes below 5, then it should automatically order. So definitely, yes, that happens out of the box inside Odoo. We call it reordering rules. And I'll just quickly point that out here. You can see the reordering rules set up. So you can define the min max quantity there. This looks great. I think we're good with the questions, and I think now I should hand over this to Adarsh, and Adarsh can take this ahead.
Oh, thank you, Ishit. Ishit, the overall your Odoo experience with when you are migrating from other ERPs to Odoo, if you can just talk more on that for just few minutes, that what's your experience, what you see as a future, that why people should opt for Odoo when they are in field service or any other field.
Definitely. So I would love to talk on this point. So most of our project success is because of the Odoo's implementation methodology that we follow, and which is kind of an design kind of a methodology where you try to adopt the out of the box solution, industry standard solution, and we completely follow Odoo's implementation methodology. Most of the time we stick to the Odoo's implementation methodology. Again, I probably with others pointing this out, I'll just share an experience of ours that how this helps, how the migration happens. So basically, the more you customize it, it's like difficult to maintain it in the future. The customization basically makes your Odoo even costlier as well and difficult to migrate as well. So with an example, I would say, and I'll not name any, but one of the customer of ours faced the migration issue that they happen to customize it quite a bit on Odoo. And when we came in, then we suggested Odoo's implementation methodology to follow, and then we removed many of the customization for them and made the migration journey easier for them. So they were with Odoo since version 11, and then when they came to us, it was version 12, and even like migrating from version 11 to 12 was a lot more costlier, and now it's like too smooth that they're already on version 18, right? As soon as the Odoo version launched, they are like, okay, when are we migrating? So I think yeah, that is something really important. When you're implementing Odoo, it's really important to know that what's the best practice of Odoo, what's the recommended guidelines of Odoo while getting it implemented. Perfect.
Thanks, Ishit, for the answer as well. And
Thank
this
you.
is, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Once
Yes.
again, it's a pleasure meeting you all. I would love to connect with you personally. We would love to demonstrate the further capabilities based on your workflows, queries. We are happy to schedule a consultation call with you. And we would love to invite our Odoo partner managers as well as and when required, right? So because we work pretty tightly with every day almost, right? We discuss a lot, various opportunities, and we would love to grow this ecosystem well, right? So because we see a potential here, and believe me, that will definitely help to your business and your entire ecosystem as well, right? So feel free to connect with us, right? So these are certain email IDs. You can reach out to them directly. Feel free to write us as well, and we would love to schedule a detailed call with you, and we would love to take this ahead. Once again, thank you for your time. Have a great day and good night for India people as well. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you for joining. Bye bye.
Bye.